Welcome to NFL World, when the NFL starts and ends. I'm your host, Jacob. And finally, Trey Hendrickson is paid. But is he really? Now, let me explain why the is he really part. You see, this is just a fix for the time being. You're going to have to go through this all again. You see, Trey Hendrickson was owed $14 million. $14 million this year. He wanted a pay raise. Well deserved. He's led the league in sacks the last 2 years. He's been awesome. He wants to be paid like it. He's 30. He's the same age as TJ Watt. He knows he doesn't have a lot of time left in this game, so he wants to make everything he can. He was wanting a contract extension. The Bengals were not budging. And so finally, they agreed on a 1-year extension. Not a 1-year extension off this year. No. A 1-year extension that counts for this year. So basically, they scrap this year of the old contract. So he was technically a free agent for all of 3 minutes. They put a new 1-year contract on that was costing him, or now costing them, $30 million. So he got a very nice pay raise of $16 million. But also that does not guarantee that he'll be on the team next year, because he will be a free agent next year. Hendrickson, it's obvious that everyone's trying to figure out, what was put in his contract? But let's figure out, he got a raise from $14 million. Okay? He has a $1 million incentive if he plays 60% more of the snaps and makes the playoffs. Okay, they almost made the playoffs last year with how bad they were. It can't get much worse. He is still scheduled to become an unrestricted free agent at the end of the 2025 season. So let's explain what happened. They listed here as he signed a 4-year extension before 2021. That is not exactly what happened. He signed a 4-year extension. Yes, that is indeed the truth. We got to 2023, and he had 1 year left, and he wanted to be paid for what? He had 1 year left. He wasn't going to get into 2025. They came up with this idea of the 1-year extension. They did that. He had seeked the trade in training camp when the team was doing voluntary workouts in training camp. He had led the league in sacks, so he knew he could get it. Even though this resolution makes him one of the highest paid players in the NFL and one of the highest paid players at his position, he doesn't solve anything for them it doesn't solve anything for the meantime. I mean, it does and it doesn't. It solves it for the meantime, but it doesn't solve the future part, which is he's going to want to get paid again because he's going to be a free agent. So he might just walk, which would not be beneficial because you could get something for him. I wonder if the Bengals are not doing too hot and we get around trade deadline, is there more consideration of a trade? We'd have to wait and see for that. Because I know a lot of people would want Trey Hendrickson. He finally gets his contract extension, so everything comes out well in the end. But it's still, the question looms in the background, which is he a Bengal beyond the 2025 season? And that I can't answer. And that's what I hate when you can't answer it. Because the Bengals did this. They dragged their feet. They didn't do that with Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase. That's Joe Burrow. They didn't drag them because they couldn't. They had no leverage. They had no leverage here. They dragged their feet. They couldn't really drag their feet with Jamar Jamar Chase because T. Higgins they were already doing that with. They did that with T. Higgins for a year and a half. And then they finally got paid. So the question does become, why did it take so long? Why did it take so long? Who's to blame? And if Trey Hendrickson, and this will be the pinned comment on today's video, will Trey Hendrickson be a Bengal beyond 2025? We'll have to wait and see. For NFL World, I'm Jacob Hebert. Out.